Hello everyone, this is Group 5 and we'll be presenting policy brief regarding business manager visa in Japan.
Okay, so let me guys draw your attention to what's actually happening here. So Japan is facing a very difficult act between preventing visa abuse, the business manager visa abuse, where fake businesses and paper-based companies are just using their business to gain residency in Japan, while at the same time making it easier for foreign investors and foreign entrepreneurs to come into the country and operate their business. So in order to address the issue, what Japanese government did in October 2025 was they increased their capital requirement for business manager visa from 5 million to 30 million yen, which is a six-fold increase. Now, instead of fulfilling the goal, it's actually doing the opposite. 90% of visa application has reduced after the new adjustment, and several small business owners, restaurant owners, and businesses where such large amount of capital is not necessary, they are being forced to leave the country and forced to close their business because they cannot operate with proof of such high capital. Now, if this happens to a country that is already facing economic shrink and at the same time population decline, it's very dangerous for the future of the country itself. So now what we are proposing is a policy alternative which is going to fulfill the ultimate goal of preventing an abolishment of the paper companies to operate in the country while making it sustainable for legit business to operate. My group member will be discussing about our policy alternative that we are proposing.
Okay, so basically our policy consists of a three-tiered based visa manager system. It keeps strong screening, but it stops also the one capital rule for every single case. Track 1 allows the current 30 million threshold for new or higher risk businesses, and Track 2 lowers the threshold to 10 million for established small businesses that can show at least 2 years of operation. 20 million in annual revenue, clean tax filing, one local employee, language implementation, all those sorts of stuff. And Track 3 includes the startup visa holders entering into the Japanese economy, so that they can prove their legitimacy of intention and not just showing that they are over here to perform any sort of fraud or anything. Now, why is this policy is legitimate, and we believe that it would be a much better alternative to the existing policy, is because there's already a country that has implemented this policy way before, and they're now one of the biggest economies in the world. That is Singapore. It has an entry pass visa system that evaluates business quality, progress, and contribution instead of relying on one fixed capital number. This lesson for Japan is clear. Strict oversight and selective entry can sit beside entrepreneurial support, and that's what we're trying to prove over here. So the reform does just not only stop at capital tiering based on their businesses' capabilities, it also brings on various approvals, like pre-approval screening for various legitimacy proving, so that they prove that they can operate cleanly. Then various probations and reviews that keep these businesses in check, so that it's ensured that these businesses do not perform anything wrong. And then various operational support related sort of system, using various bilingual support, bilingual staff entrepreneurs, so that they can properly integrate into the Japanese economy instead of going blindly. This pitch works at two different levels. System 1 responds to the sort of human story, real owners, real workers, real communities at risk, and System 2 responds to the evidence, like a 96% drop in the applications, and because of the big capital jump, and the mismatch between fraud control and various exclusions. This message gives us an urgency that, like, only implementing a strict capital threshold for all of the businesses filters out, prevents legit business owners from making it into the Japanese economy, just to stop the various frauds.
Okay. To wrap up our presentation, Japan introduced a strict policy to stop fake businesses. But this new policy is making it harder for even the real businesses owners who contribute to the Japanese economy to operate. Our policy recommendation ensures both abolishment of paper companies while making it sustainable for legit businesses to operate. Thank you.